Right, welcome everybody. It's William. Welcome to my channel. So let's continue our journey of iOS development using Swift UI, of course. So if you're new here, if you stumble upon my channel, welcome. This channel is all about programming, about game development, about app development, about incorporation of artificial intelligence into your developing process, and AR, VR, all the fun stuff. Okay. So you're watching a series video about the introduction of iOS development, especially the app development. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to add images to your app and how to use buttons to actually interact with the image. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. First, of course, you need to open Xcode, create a new project, and here we are. Create a new project. I'm choosing iOS app. This is a really simple one. Let's use a image and button example. Image plus button example. So image, button, image and button. Swift UI, yeah, all that pretty good. Just to leave everything default. Desktop right now do not have any of the. I think I stored as the William iOS tutorial. New tutorial, yeah, first app, and then second there will be a image and button. Okay, yeah, let's create it and create our project. So click it, and I'm going to make a full screen. So in order to make an image, we need to fully utilize the stack, the H stack, the V stacks, the Z stack, even that we already learned earlier, and yeah, let's just use that. And right now, I think as we dive into even more complex code, I'm going to make the process even efficient by using the help of Copilot. Yeah, let me introduce my Copilot, which is GitHub Copilot. So as long as you create this project, you can go to this project's places, which is showing Finder, and I'm going to edit that at the same time using Visual Studio Code, because right now maybe when you watch this video, Xcode can have the ability of incorporate Copilot into it, but right now, yeah, unfortunately, it does not have that ability. So I'm going to use the help of Visual Studio Code. Okay, and once I open it, okay, so I get something like this. So I can edit it this way, and anything that edit. So I am adding this in Visual Studio Code, and everything I'm edited. Once I save it and go back to here, it should show the changes. I'm adding this in Visual Studio Code. Okay, and the reason for I use Visual Studio Code is that if you look at the here, apply the latest. Yeah, let's later. If you look at here, we got this Copilot. And right now the status is ready. So when I write something, it can quickly reflect the suggestions, and I can just make the tutorials process a little bit quicker, and so save you guys a little bit typing time. Okay, so let me show you how it is done. So it's just a V stack. So image, text. Yeah, I think that's already pretty good. Let's change the image. So we got the let's adding a lot of image into our settings. So I'm going to say, hey, we got this struct. Yeah, let's just add inside the struct. So inside the struct, let's add a container that contain a lot of images. So I'm going to say let's and that's images. Oh, that's perfect. They know that I want to add images. So that image equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to the 9. That's pretty good. And the reason for I just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is because let me just grab you the yeah, we got all sort of a test image where I draw it and write that myself. This is, if you are familiar with my channel, is just the thumbnail of some of my YouTube tutorials, and this previous dog and cat, which is like, you know, you can use for free. I think I downloaded that from Unsplash, but never mind. Let's I already got this 18. Yeah, maybe just to extend that to 18. So 9, and let's continue to go all the way 10, and see whether you can predict. Yeah, there's the quick way of adding that is holding alternative, and yeah, it's not alternative, sorry, it's I think it's option or something like that, and then you can just to choose just 1 or 2. It's holding option, sorry about that. It's holding option and type and press the right arrow, and you can quickly select but not accept every changes. Okay, so yeah, all the way to 18. That's perfect. And it's a little bit spooky. Is that why does the Copilot know that I want 18? Yeah, that's a little bit spooky, but never mind. We got a image, and we got just the name of image, just 1 all the way up to 18, and then let's show our image in the vertical stack. So image, and then because the best way to show an image is just something like this, just image, and then you want to show that, say you want to show the 1, and then the image is shown. Let me show you. Let me just go back here, because if you want to show the image, you have to go back here, because the Visual Studio do not have the ability to render things. So yeah, and reference macro view. So maybe there are some of the parentheses is not correct. So var, let's quickly check vstack, and then okay, so vstack, yeah, just missing one parenthesis. Yeah, so you can start rendering, and right now you can't show any of the images. That because we can't find the image name, the one at the spaced. So I'm going to do a little bit dragging. So I'm going to select all the images of my thumbnail and just drag it here. Okay, so I can just reference that with ease. So I think the right side should have rendered the first image, which should be the how to make some sort of AR project. Yeah, I also got a lot of tutorial about augmented reality. So it's really fun to use Apple's depth camera, and yeah, you can do that. And of course, because I'm going to adjust that, I can do in here and see the live results. If you're trusting Copilot to do the work for you, you can just put it here and dot and wait for the suggestion. And yeah, I'm sort of waiting for the suggestion. I'm going to give it a little bit incentive by coming here and wait for a suggestion. Resizable, aspect ratio, frame, clip shape. This is just some that's common thing that we were adding to the image. So let's go back to see the results. Yeah, that looks pretty funny. And of course, you're not just going to use everything. You can say you don't want the you don't want the frame width and height to be like this. Say you don't want a circle clip shape. So you can just delete the circle, and you can see the changes at here. And radius, definitely too much. Yeah, you can change that. For example, you don't want shadow overlay, you don't want a overlay like this. Okay, so you can just delete that. It just must be some other people's code that yeah, you can show some image like this. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty good for just one image. But what about we want to show the 18th images? So how to do that? You can't just reference that in a string. So this part must be changed. So I'm going to loop this array, and so if you are not familiar with the basic, I got an amazing tutorial for free, which called Learn Swiftly Hardware. You can just find this array section and the loop section, something like that, and you can yeah, just to watch that video and go back here if you have no previous knowledge of it. And if you don't want to watch, it's perfectly okay. The logic behind it is really simple. So basically, I'm going to change that. So remember, I already got an image array. Let me just use array just to make it much more straightforward. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to loop it by referencing the image array. And right now, I got all sort of an index. Okay, so I can loop. So for example, I can say the index is 1, or maybe 2, or maybe 0. Yeah, as you guys can see, I can manually change it, and then you look at the right side, it's actually going to change. And yeah, you got an idea. So yeah, so how to loop it? If you want to go from 0 to all the way, say, to 18, of course 18 is out of range, so yeah, we will deal with this problem, because if you do that, it will just crash. Maybe just 17, because the it started from 0. Okay, so yeah, so how to do that? Starting from 0 all the way to 17. So here comes to the state variable, where you can add in the state variable at the beginning of your loop, and you can change the variable and every time that you want it to change. So let's just do that. Let me, because it's just code writing, let's go back to here so I can get a quick auto completion. I love that. So state, let's just make a private var. Because I'm not going to use it anywhere else. Raw image index. That's perfect. They know that I'm going to use an image index for that. Even suggest this index is integer. Okay, so currently, right now, the index is started from 0, and I'm going to loop it all the way up to, for example, 17 in this case. And of course, you can add clients. Taking image, and you can add to that list, and you can go all the way up to, yeah, whatever index that they have. And yeah, that's so far so good. But remember, even though you just copy this image index and then you replace here with image index, it still does not change. Okay, so unless you got, let's say, a timer, I think I already discussed that earlier. Unless you got a timer, say, wait for 1 second in the automatic array 1, something like that, and you can't change right now. So how to do that? You need sort of an interactive trigger. So for example, a button. So the client, say, the user click that button, and it can change. And of course, you can always adding a timer to automatically change that. I think I already demonstrated that in my progress view or progress bar, some tutorial like this. I just using say a timer and make it say update that and make it automatically change. It doesn't really. Yeah, let me just quickly demonstrate that for you. I'm not going to type it out. I'm just going to borrow the code that I already shared with you guys earlier, so you guys can get an idea. Okay, so here is our previous example of a progress bar. Let me just refresh it so you guys can see. Yeah, we do not have any of the interaction but we just use the state variable in progress amount start from 0. But we got a timer, and it's auto connect, and we got this receiver on receive functionality to change the timer. So we can use the same method, of course. Let's just quickly add it, just to quickly test it out, so you guys know what I'm talking. Okay, so the image and padding, and I'm going to on receive all that. Just going to borrow the previous code. Yeah, here, and the progress view on receive. And if you don't know where it ends, just double click. It's just a quick tip that I learned. Okay, and go back to Visual Studio Code, so you can give me a little bit hint. On receive and progress amount. Yeah, to progress amount is can't find progress amount. Yeah, let's check progress amount. Yeah, progress amount. Okay, so it's just a different name. Okay, so this can be easily solved by yeah, image index. Okay, so the image index less than 1. So I'm not going to be less than 1, but say every 1 second, and the timer will be published every 1 second and auto connect, and I'm going to adding 1. Okay, so yeah, and of course when they reach a certain index, the outer range, they will crash, but I just want to test it out. Okay, so let me just quickly test it, and finger crossed, hopefully it can run, because it's just a hashed code. Yeah, so 1 second it would update, 1 second it would update, and it's not updating, so it's not. Yeah, let me add in less than 18. Okay, so save it. Sorry about that. Then 1 second, because we got a timer. Yeah, just oh yeah, quick review and quick mention of what we already learned. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch my previous tutorial about the mini projects of a progress bar, and as I expected, the preview just crashed. Okay, so yeah, this method is just adding an automatic timer to do that, to do the work for us, but we are going to add some more yeah, add more power to the user, because you can't expect the user to open your app and wait it out. We don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is to, let's go back to here. Yeah, on receive, just to get rid of all this. Yeah, just get rid of all that. I think it's here. Okay. So comment out. We don't want to receive this timer, and of course the timer we can comment out too. So let's add a button to do that. So we got image and resizable. It's just a VStack. Okay, so here, and yeah, they even know I'm going to add an edge stack. That's amazing, because edge stack is like going everything horizontally. That's pretty good. Okay, and the edge stack, let's add something. So I'm going to add a button to do that. So yeah, that's amazing. They didn't know that I want to add a button, and button action image. Yep. Yeah, it's really good solution, but yeah, let's just type it out ourselves, because this is just some sort of lazy action. I don't want to do that, because this tutorial, the best way to learn is to type it out yourself. Okay, so let's just add a button first. Okay, so let's add a button and go back here, so you guys can see. Yeah, so you guys can see the button for yourself. So edge stack, and this will be a VStack V, and I don't know why they are lacking one curly braces every time, and they complain that we did not add parameters in the bottom. So I'm going to say let's add 2 buttons, in fact, because I like one button. If you click it, you choose the previous image and click one button to go to the next image. So so the previous image, previous image, and then it will be a next image. Okay. Yeah. So we got 2 images and button, and can convert value string to expand argument type and parameter type configurations. Yep. Yeah. So okay. Give me a complaint because I did not give the full yeah, cannot convert that because yeah, we did not conform to the standard button. So I'm going to say that this is just some text and we want to show, let's add, just add some empty space, okay? Because I want to show a step-by-step thing, but I don't want to overcomplicate things. Okay, pretty good. Previous image and next image, that's pretty good. And I think the full version of it is like it's like the let me just do that manually. Void. Okay, so it's give me something like that. Expect type after something like that. Yeah, I'm going to use here to quickly give me suggestions because as I remember, there's something like this, and yeah, some void or something like that. Because normally the boolean, yeah, normally does not return a type. Yeah, do not worry too much about it. It's just some code that I want to test it. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we already got 2 buttons. Okay, and right now it's a little bit yeah. To be honest, I don't really into Apple's design philosophy of the button because in Apple's design this is clickable, and when you click it, you're going to fire a certain action. But I think in my understanding, the button should be get rounded edges, something like that. So the user may more likely to click it. So I'm going to adding a option here, modifier, and I think it's called button style. Let me go over here. Let me just do them manually. Okay, the button style, and then you can dot automatically bordered. Let me just add it bordered. Okay, so this is pretty good. And let me use the same method. Button style dot plain borderless, and it does not show good. Okay, maybe bordered because I'm more into the bordered style. Okay, so bordered, and yeah, so we got this amazing clickable, likable button, and yeah, so yeah, we got a lot of options here. So just for you to test it out, we got shadow. Okay, so we can get a radius of a certain shadow. That's pretty good. Let me just make it even more so you guys can see the difference. Yeah, and we can adding say frame. We can just make it bigger because the frame is just like a option that can give you the canvas opacity, all that. Yeah, opacity. I can change opacity. That's really good. And background color. we can change that. I can change different style. Yeah, and then font as well. Padding. Let's add a little bit padding. Yeah, I'm going to use the power of AI and to quickly and that. So dot padding. Okay, and I'm going to let it to suggest the padding. The padding. Yeah, they're not suggesting. And yeah, so my copilot is not doing his work. So maybe 20. Just make it a little bit stretched, so you give it more space. Okay, so 20. So you separate it out. Okay, and yeah, and of course there is fun feature. It's called disable. So if it's disabled, you can't click it. We're going to use that just to remind you that you can actually do that. So I'm going to comment out. Okay, so we got these two buttons, but we can't use it for now. Where's the complaint? Yeah, let's just close it. We can't use it because we are not adding the actions inside of it. Okay. So the final step is to adding an action. When you click this button, I'm going to fire it. Okay, so how to do that? Pretty simple. We already got this image index. So I'm going to play around with image index. So every time I click this button, I'm going to fire whatever is inside. So for example, let's just print it. Okay, so let's print it. The bottom here. Okay, let's print it out. Bottom pressed. Okay, so bottom pressed. Okay, so let's try it out. Button pressed. Yeah, I think I might need to run this at a simulator in order to see the printed message. So yeah, the previous button press. Previous button press and yeah, sorry. Run button. Okay. And next button pressed. Okay, so let's try it out. Actually run that. Yeah, let me pause it because the first time when you run that need a little bit of time. Okay, so as you can see, we got this app running at the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Click it, and as you can see, we got previous button pressed and the next button pressed. Every time you click it, it will just fire this print. Okay, pretty good. And here comes the amazing part, which is to add the index change. So yeah, so I like not just to print that out. That's a little bit boring. Okay, what I'm going to do is if you press the previous, I'm going to change the image index by minus equal 1, which just -1 and update that. Okay, just like you minus that and you reassign the value to the to yourself. So it's just a quick way of doing it. And here you're going to get a image. Just paste it here. So image index plus equals to 1. Okay, so yeah, and let's run that so you guys can see the changes. So we can't click previous, you'll crash, obviously. Next, yeah, we can see that. Okay, so it got actually running, but here is a bug. So if you click that and once it is out of range, you just crash the whole app. Okay, and of course, if you are around that and you click previous, already it has the index 0. If you go previous, it will crash as well. So you are sort of need to disable the button when the index is a previous or next than the range. Okay, so I'm going to add in the disable here. That's where the disable comes to work. if you just disable the button, you can't click it, you can't press it when it adds a range. Let me just disable. If it's disabled when we're going to get the image index to 0. So if you add 0, which is the first image, you can't go previous. And it is disabled when the image index, when it is I think it's at the let me just get hold of the whole image array, and I'm going to get all the items and count it and make it less than 1. Okay, yeah, because you start from 0. Okay, so let me just run that. If it's at the end of the array, you can't click next. So let's see that. Yeah, you can't click previous image, so that prevent the app from crashing. And if you click next, it can be clicked. It can't be clicked. It can be clicked to the end of this series of image, and you can't click. Okay, that's pretty good. And if you want to know the detail, of course, you can you can print this out. Remember, we can print the index. Let me just add a print here, and you can run that. And so the nothing print, but if you click it, you just get 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Once it's at 0, you can't go previous. Then next, go all the way up to 17, and yeah, you can go next, because you count this, you got 18 images, and -1, if you already reach this level, you can't go next, because the start from 0, so the end should be 17. Okay, so yeah, that's how to build a image app. Okay, so you can browse through all that. Isn't it amazing? Okay, so I think that's already pretty long for this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you think my video is helpful, please give me a thumb up. I got all sort of videos for free, and that's amazing. Yeah, right. And I have a small favor to ask you guys. I'm right now unemployed, and hopefully this channel can be the only source of revenue that I will get. So please subscribe and give it some up, so I can reach the monetization hurdle and earn a little bit ad revenue. Thank you so much for your support. If you have any suggestions, please leave in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. I update video every day, by the way. Okay, bye.